What up, party people? Welcome back. Once again, my favorite day of the week is here. That's right, it is Throwback Thursday, and in case you've somehow forgotten, we're opening up basketball cards, but not just any basketball cards. 91-92 Fleer basketball. We're looking for that guy, the GOAT, Michael Jordan cards. That is going to be really sweet. And before I go any further, I want to do a shout out to a subscriber, or at least someone who put a comment down below in one of the last videos, Sean4468. I really appreciate you pointing out something that I made a mistake on. If you check out right here, when I was doing my research at the trading card database, I made a boo-boo. Turns out Dikembe Mutombo, this is his rookie year, but in Series 1, it only goes to 240 cards. Series 2 is 241 on, and guess what? The Dikembe Mutombo rookie card's like numbered 271. So that means it's Series 2, not Series 1, which this is. So that's unfortunate. I would have gone on forever trying to get that Dikembe Mutombo rookie card, and it never would have been in here. So that stinks, but that's not your fault, that's mine. But we are still having a ton of fun ripping this open. The box was $50, so it's it's less than $2 a pack, and I've been having a ton of fun ripping this. Actually, it's way less than $2 a pack. It's like $1.50 a pack. So we're searching for Jordan cards, and we've had some great luck. Check out the last couple videos there. This has just been a lot of fun. I love doing Throwback Thursdays. I'm going to have a ton of fun ripping this open. I hope you guys have a ton of fun watching. And if you do, hey, hit that subscribe button, because when we hit 950 subscribers, which I think we're only 15 subscribers away. So, hey, what are you waiting for? If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. But we're only like 15 subscribers away from doing a giveaway where one lucky subscriber is going to win every single one of these cards. There's a numbered card, a patch card, 6 autos. And there was another subscriber, which I apologize. I cannot remember who was commenting it. But when we hit 1,000 subscribers, they had mentioned that quality over quantity is a thing. So, yeah, wait till we hit 1,000 subscribers. I've got some ideas floating around in my pea brain, but I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And it's my way of saying thank you for being a subscriber and supporting the channel. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Help out the channel, boost my ego. But we can't grow without your support, so if you want to support the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, you can comment below if you've ever opened any of this stuff up, if I've made a mistake, or if you just want to brag, why not? What's something great you pulled recently? Let me know down in the comments. I can't wait to read them. But we're going to rip open 6 more packs. Here we go. Last time I checked, that is 3. So we need just 3 more. I believe math still maths. And that's 3 and 3, which is 6. Hopefully we'll get some more cool Jordans in there. But this is going to be a ton of fun. Please stick around. I can't wait to rip this open with you. All right, party people, here we go. Pack number 1. Can we find Michael Jordans? I mean, we're also looking for Hall of Famers, too. Would love to pull some great Hall of Famers, especially the Hall of Famers, you know, named Michael Jordan. Jeff Malone. Who do we got here? We have Armin Gilliam. Don't know that name. Ooh, for the Hawks, we've got John Battle. Next up, we have Detroit Piston. We have Joe Dumars. There's a Hall of Famer. Let's get these organized so I can get some neat piles. But there's our first Hall of Famer, Joe Dumars. And check out the back of these cards. It's got the face shot. It's got an action shot. I love the basketball court in the background. And obviously stats and a little something extra. What more do you want out of a sports card? That's awesome. I really like this set. It's really cool. Next up, we have Larry Smith. the Houston Rockets. Next up, Sacramento Kings. We've got Lionel Simmons. Only one Hall of Famer so far. And there's two. This is actually the first time we've pulled a Larry Bird out of this set. There's D. Brown right there. Slam dunk champion, I believe. D. Brown. There you go. There's Larry Bird. And who's that with him? I don't know who that is. Huh. There's Larry Legend right there. Love the auto. There you go. Our second Hall of Famer. And our first Larry Bird. We have Willie Burton. Oh, we can see right behind him. There's Jeff Hornacek. I don't believe he is a Hall of Famer. John Havlicek is. Maybe Detroit Pistons. Jeez. Indiana Pacers. Michael Williams. I guess I haven't had enough sleep. Is that Muggsy Bogues? Yes, it is. Or Tyrone Bogues, but by now... Oh, maybe he's still going by Tyrone. But eventually... Muggsy Bogues. There he is. Height, 5'3". Dude was 5'3" and made it all the way to the NBA. Not too shabby, sir. You got to have a lot. The shorter you are, the more skill you have to make it in the NBA. So he must have had a ton of it. Not a Hall of Famer, though. Next up, Sam Perkins. Slamming that ball down. At least that's what it looks like. And our last card for pack 1, Danny Ainge. Go join your former teammate Larry Bird. That's our third Hall of Famer. Not a bad pack. Not a great pack, but not a terrible one either. 3 Hall of Famers. 2 local legends. 2 local Hall of Famers in Bird and Ainge. But we're looking for more. We are still looking for Jordans. So hopefully Jordan is in pack 2. There you go. There's D. Brown. Slam dunk card D. Brown. Told you he was in the slam dunk contest. Pretty sure he won as a rookie. Will it say it? Pause it right there and take a look. Yep, captured the final over Seattle's Shawn Kemp. There you go. Very cool. Not a Hall of Famer, though. Orlando Woolridge. Tony Campbell. Minnesota Timberwolves. Willie Anderson. San Antonio Spurs. And next up, Shawn Kemp. Now, will it mention on the back that he lost the final to a rookie? D. Brown. Next time I come here, I plan to be playing the game as well as winning the dunk championship. D was able to develop his creativity in the air. I can't be disappointed because his creativity was unbelievable. There you go, gracious in defeat. And I believe Shawn Kemp did win a slam dunk contest or 2. But there you go, not bad, not bad. Next up, we have B.J. Armstrong, the Chicago Bulls. Not a bull behind them, but a bullet. It's Liddell Eccles, or Eccles. Not the guys we're looking for. Orlando Magic. Pre-Shaq. There's Nick Anderson. Next up is another slam dunk card, and it's Kenny Smith. I believe Kenny Smith was an all-star. For the Cavs, the Cleveland Cavaliers, it is Brad Daugherty. Or Doherty. There you go. Ooh, looks like he elbowed that dude in the face. Either that or he's faking it. But this is early 90s basketball, all right? He definitely made contact. There's no flopping then. And that must have hurt. Terry Porter. The Portland Trailblazers. Seattle Supersonics is Benoit Benjamin. Or Benoit. No, it's Benoit. Ooh, we have a League Leaders card. This is probably going to be a Hall of Famer. And our first one in this pack. It is Michael Jordan. Saw that face and went, wait a minute. There we go. Whatever. We've got Orlando Blackman. We got a Jordan. That's going up there. It's the League Leaders Michael Jordan card. Probably going to be scoring. Michael Jordan, the ultimate weapon. Yep. Points, Air Jordan, playoff scoring. Yeah. Look at that. Very cool. Always great when you pull a Jordan. Can we find 4 or 5 more of them? I don't know. But it's always sweet when you do. There you go. So that's our 4th Hall of Famer. So in 2 packs, only having 4. That's actually low based on the last videos. But here's pack number 3 with another 14 cards. Can we find more Hall of Famers? I would hope so. Rumiel Robinson. For a second I went, there you go. I thought it was Dominique Wilkins, but I am wrong. For the Utah Jazz, this could be one. Nope, it's Thurl Bailey. I believe Thurl Bailey went to a couple All-Star games, but not a Hall of Famer. What do we got here? It's upside down? No. It's a sideways card? Look at this. We haven't pulled this one yet. Who do we have here? There's Jordan. There's David Robinson. And for the life of me, it's the angle. I can't tell. But that is Jordan right there. Let's see who else is in this. So technically it's another Jordan. Just me and the boys. Kevin Johnson. Yeah, there's Michael Jordan right there. Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing, that was 30. I thought Patrick Ewing was 33. It just has a 3. Well, I guess I can kind of see that as Patrick Ewing. Okay. Huh. There's Kevin Johnson in there as well. But there you go. Another pack, another Jordan. No complaints. And that's the first of these cards we pulled, and it's a horizontal. Can't remember the last time I opened up an old throwback pack and found a horizontal card. Eric Floyd is next, followed by Reggie Lewis. UMass Lowell named their basketball, or their, I guess their athletic facility over there, the Reggie Lewis Center. So that's pretty cool. Is it because he's local? I know he played for the Celtics. He's from Baltimore. But he played at Northeastern. All right. Very cool. There you go. Local guy. Danny Manning. James Worthy. There's a Hall of Famer right there. So that's our 2nd Hall of Fame card in this deck. And we got a Detroit Pistons. Could we have a 3rd? Mark Auger is not a Hall of Famer. The James Worthy card's pretty sweet, though. Hawks, we've got Kevin Willis. All-Star, not a Hall of Famer. For the Pacers. What? What is going on there? Oh, it's Detlef Schrempf. I don't know if I just know the name, Detlef Schrempf, or if he's actually a Hall of Famer. Honestly, though, what is with that hair? Even for the 90s, that's weird. Alright, I'm going to put him in the Hall of Famer one just in case, but I honestly, I don't think he is. Don't think he is. Chris Morris, he is not. But he played for the New Jersey Nets before becoming the Brooklyn Nets. All right, now we have Golden State. Chris Mullin? Nope. Tim Hardaway, Hall of Famer. Hey, we're getting some now. Tim Hardaway for the Hall of Fame. Rick Mahorn for the 76ers, not a Hall of Famer. But we've got another Celtics card. Could it be? Nope. It is Brian Shaw, who actually doesn't even look like he's jumping. Good God. He's not even jumping. How tall is this dude? Only 6'6". He's got to be jumping. Yeah, he's got to be in the air. But he's got to be laying it in. Because if he was going up for a rebound, he'd be getting yelled at. Go up with 2 hands. So he must be about to score a basket. Well, there you go. There's pack number 3. Had got some Hall of Famers in there. That was nice. Can pack 4 have more? See what I did there? I like that. Here we go. Bill Fitch, coach card. Don't believe he's a Hall of Famer. Neither is Jim Rogers. I don't believe so. Grant Long is not. Ooh, we got a Laker? There's Magic. We have Blair Rasmussen, who was traded to Atlanta. So that is Magic Johnson, who is a Hall of Famer. But Blair Rasmussen is not. Phoenix Suns, Cotton Fitzsimmons. I don't believe he is a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. But next up, we got another coach. Nice watch. We got Kevin Lowrey. Lowrey. I think he's a Hall of Famer. I think so. But you know who definitely is Patrick Ewing. There you go. I believe he was born in Jamaica, raised in Boston. Yeah, born in Jamaica, raised in Boston, went to Georgetown. #1 pick in the 85 draft. Never won a championship, but was always a really, really good player. Oh, and there you go. Another pack, another Jordan. No complaints, none whatsoever. Look at that. We've gotten 3 Jordans. Not too shabby there. We got Chris Ford, Celtics coach. Not a Hall of Famer. Bob Weiss, I don't believe is a Hall of Famer. Dwayne Coswell, not a Hall of Famer. Vlade Divac, Hall of Famer. I believe this is a second-year card for Vlade. It's a third-year card for Vlade Divac from Belgrade, Yugoslavia. Did not attend college. But we have another Hall of Fame card right there. Next up, Paul Presley, or Pressey. And then to end this one is a checklist card. So, that was a pretty good pack. Got a bunch of Hall of Famers and a Jordan. Cannot complain when you get a Jordan. Pack 5, we can always get better. And can Pack 5 be that much better? We have Gary Grant for the Clippers. Rodney McRae for the Dallas Mavs. Don Chaney. I think he's a Hall of Famer. I think we looked it up last time. I'm going to put him in the Hall of Fame part. Alvin Robertson. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. An All-Star, yes, but not a Hall of Famer. 4-time All-Star and former Olympian. Huh. Well, maybe he was. I don't think he is, though. I'll put you over there. Mookie Blaylock was a All-Star for a couple years. For the Houston Rockets, we've got Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Another Hall of Famer. There you go. Chuck Daly, I believe he is a Hall of Famer as a coach. Another Hakeem. There you go. Now we're getting some Hall of Famers right here. Frank Brickowski. What a name. And honestly, what a cool throwback logo. Milwaukee Bucks should wear that. That's pretty cool. I'd like to see that. There's Vinnie Johnson. Mike Dunleavy. I think Dunleavy's a Hall of Fame coach as well. I'll put you in the pile. Lenny Wilkins. I don't believe is a Hall of Fame coach. 76ers, who we got? We have Ron Anderson. And to end Pack 5, Golden State Warrior. Who is it? Sarunas Marciulionis, Hall of Fame, from Kaunas, Lithuania. Hall of Fame. Now that I think about it, I don't think Detlef Schrempf is in the Hall of Fame. I think he's from Germany, but he's not a Hall of Famer. But just like that, Pack 6, last one. Can we pull off another Jordan? That would be pretty awesome. Get one more Jordan. 2 would be better. We can get 2 or more out of this. There's Tyrone Hill. We got another one of those art cards. One of those illustrator cards. And I would absolutely love it if it was a Jordan. Kendall Gill. We got one more card before it's revealed. Todd Murphy will make it the last one. Who do we got behind him? We've got Atlanta Hawks, Dominique Wilkins. Go. Gotta love the Hall of Famers. Who do we have here? We have Larry Brown. Is Larry Brown a Hall of Fame coach? Possibly. Maybe. Next up, these are all upside down, and I'm afraid to turn it and reveal that card. Larry Nance. I don't think's a Hall of Famer. Next up, we have Vern Fleming, the Indiana Pacers. What is with that hair? Huh. Anyway. Next up, we've got another 91 All-Star Game card. And look who's there. Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Joe Dumars. That Magic, I can never remember. There's Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Michael Jordan, Joe Dumars. Michael Jordan, Joe Dumars, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley. Yep. There you go. Another Jordan. Technically a Jordan because he's on the front and his name is on the back. We've pulled that card before, though. Can we get more Jordans out of this last pack? We have Richie Adubato. I don't know if he's a Hall of Fame coach or not. Next up, we've got Johnny Newman. Not a Hall of Famer. Nice dunk, though, sir. Next up, we got a forward for the Magic of Dennis Scott. And we've got two more cards before that illustrator card. And the first one is Kevin Johnson, who was an All-Star, but is not a Hall of Famer. And next up, we have Gary Payton, who is a Hall of Famer. And that's like a second-year card. Yeah, second-year Gary Payton. Not too shabby. All right, big reveal. The name's going to be on top. So let's see if we flip it. Can this be the Jordan? I don't think it is. It is Patrick Ewing, though. Sorry, Todd Murphy, you were actually there. We didn't pay attention to you, though. But Patrick Ewing, there we go. We've had, I think this is the fourth opening, and we've gotten 4 different ones, which was always nice. But we are still missing the Jordan. But that's a Hall of Famer card. Well, this was a ton of fun. Look at how many Hall of Famers we got. I'm pretty sure most of these guys are Hall of Famers. All right, obviously Patrick Ewing is. That's a great looking card. Whoop, sorry, Mr. Jordan. Gary Payton, Hall of Famer. Larry Brown, I think so, as a coach. Dominique Wilkins, yep. Sarunas Marciulionis. I actually tried bidding on an autograph of his because I'm like, oh, you know, he's a Hall of Famer, but I don't see anyone going out of their way to get it. Yeah, like, bidding ended at like $80, so I was wrong. So, not bad, sir. Hall of Fame. Mike Dunleavy, I think's in the Hall of Fame. Put you over there. Hakeem the Dream, obviously Hall of Famer. Chuck Daly, another guy I believe is a Hall of Famer as a coach. Now we're back to Hakeem, Hall of Fame. Don Chaney, I believe I've tried looking this up before. The more I think about it, the more I don't think he is, but something to look up. You would have known by now anyway. Vlade Divac, Hall of Fame. There's the base Patrick Ewing. Definitely Hall of Famer. Kevin Lowrey. Or Lowrey. And, yeah, pretty sure he's a Hall of Famer, but I'll put him over there with the coaches. Basketball is not my sport, but I love opening up the old stuff. And this does bring back memories of watching basketball growing up. Tim Hardaway is a Hall of Famer. Detlef Schrempf, you're from Germany, right? Yeah, West Germany. I actually don't think you're a Hall of Famer, so we'll put you over there. James Worthy definitely is a Hall of Famer. As is Danny Ainge. As is Larry Legend. Remember, he's not white, he's clear.
Larry's not white. Larry's clear.
And then Joe Dumars. But we're not just ending there. We pulled not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 cards that have Jordan on them. 2 of them even have his name on the front. Let's take a look at these All-Star cards. I don't believe I've pulled this one before, but there's Jordan, there's the Admiral, there's Patrick Ewing right there, there's a bunch of Hall of Famers right there. And then, of course, right here, we just pulled this one. Jordan, Joe Dumars, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley. Not too shabby, but these aren't as good as these 2 cards. You got the Michael Jordan base, which is awesome. And then you've got the league leaders. Look at him going up against whoever for the Pacers. My guess is he still scored because he is a stinking monster. He is the GOAT, Michael Jordan. That is awesome. Guys, I had a ton of fun sharing this with you. I hope you had a lot of fun watching. And if you did, please don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel, boosts my ego, makes me feel good about myself. But it really helps the channel grow, and we can't grow without your support. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. You can also comment below what you thought of this opening, if you ever opened this stuff before. Or, hey, here's your time to brag. What have you opened up and pulled that's really exciting to you? I want to know about it. Write it down in the comments. Can't wait to read it. But whether you comment or not, whether you subscribe or not, you watch the video. So I want to say thank you for watching, and I will catch all of you guys on the next one. See ya!